Okay, so for this activity, we're going to need the Play-Doh that comes in your kit. You have red, you have blue Play-Doh, and you have a yellow Play-Doh container. You also have 3 little Ziploc bags. So what we're going to do first is we're going to take out some of this red Play-Doh. So then next I'm going to be using the yellow Play-Doh, and then we're going to take out a little bit of the red dough. I'm just going to take about half of it and start rolling it between my hands. So you can start with making a tube shape by rolling it between your hands, and then you can shape it differently into a little ball by rolling it in different directions. So now I'm just rolling the Play-Doh into a little tube again. Just and now I'm going to put that down and do the same thing with the yellow Play-Doh. So I'm going to take a little piece out of it. Speed this up a little bit, but I'm essentially doing the same thing I did with the red Play-Doh and turning it into little tubes. So now I'm going to take my jar of blue Play-Doh, open that up, and do the same thing that we've been doing with the other colors. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my blue tube and I'm going to split it in half and do the same thing with the other colors. This way we can use each color and mix them together. So I'm putting the red and the blue together, I'm putting some blue and yellow pieces together, and finally I'm doing red and yellow. Now I'm going to grab my first combination of colors, the red and the blue, and I'm just going to start twisting them together and see what happens to the colors. We still have red and we still have blue. They haven't mixed together yet. And you can experiment to see what happens if you make different shapes with the combinations of colors by rolling it into a tube, rolling it into a ball, and just doing this repeatedly, and you'll start noticing that the two colors are mixing together. So now we're definitely starting to see some of the purple in the Play-Doh as we keep mixing and mixing and mixing. You can stretch it, pull it, twist it, and just watch the process of the two colors mixing together. So we can see that when you combine the red and the blue together, you get purple. It goes in between them when you mix them together. So now we're going to do the same thing we did with the red and the blue, now with the blue and the yellow. and seeing what kinds of colors are made when we roll it, twist it, just as we did before. You'll start seeing the secondary color coming out of the combination of the two primary colors. Here you can still see the yellow and the blue, but now there's some green coming through, and we can just keep doing this until it's completely mixed together. There you go, now we have green Play-Doh. So the blue and the yellow made green. I'm going to put that in between the two as my secondary color. Now lastly, we're going to do it one more time. This time we're going to be using red and yellow and seeing what kinds of colors does that make. So now we have orange Play-Doh made out of the yellow and the red. So if you look in between each of the primary colored Play-Doh, we have now made the secondary colors. So now I'm just gonna seal up all of my Play-Doh jars so that they don't dry out, and this is when you're gonna use your Ziploc bags to store your newly made Play-Doh and prevent them from drying out or mixing together. And we hope you like this Play-Doh mixing activity. Have fun with it.